Hello friends. It is day 5 of my 3 things, and my 3 things for today are related to maintaining the 5 a.m. club experiment while not feeling my best. There will be other podcasts. There will actually be one podcast that I'm editing right now that will tell a little bit of my story, and there will be other ways for you to know what I refer to when I say not my best. But for right now, we're just going to leave it as not my best. So the 3 things that I learned this morning is that getting up at 5 a.m. was easy, even though today has to be a careful day, and I've decided that careful is careful, so like full of care. It's sort of a play on words, but it's going to be full of care for myself. I'm still going to do all the things that I have to do, but I'm going to do them in a way and with a mindset that creates health and wellness. And part of this careful mindset is that instead of thinking of so basically I have symptoms of fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue. I even got the diagnosis, but I don't identify with it. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just part of the way that I handle it, the way that I deal with it. I don't deny that I have these symptoms, but I don't want to be defined by and told how I should feel by a definition of something that they're not even sure where it comes from. And more importantly, I get to decide. My mind is in charge of my body, and so I have chosen to see these symptoms as something different. And because I got really sick about I think it's been 6 years now. I was looking at some stuff to prepare to make a video about that. And I basically couldn't get out of bed, and I've talked a little bit about that, I'm sure. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't do anything for a very long time, and I had never been immobilized like that, and I thought I was Superwoman. And then it felt like the universe handed me my kryptonite, and whatever that thing is still has lingering side effects 5 to 6 years later. So we think it's chronic Lyme, but again, I don't say that I have that. I just say that I experience some of the symptoms of it. And what my mantra for today is going to redefine the way that I feel what I'm feeling. So yesterday, if you watched my 5 a.m. video yesterday, I mentioned that I had this really intense pain in between my wrist and my elbow, and it feels like it's in my interosseous membrane, which I know is a weird word for me to know, but we actually had to take anatomy and dance. And it's sometimes it gets to the point where it causes a lot of brain fog, and today I'm experiencing some brain fog, but I've never been quite sure what to do with the reality of my mind receiving signals of pain and creating a new mindset where pain doesn't have a place to exist. And so I've decided that anytime I feel pain or fatigue today, I am going to tell myself that those are actually symptoms of growth of newer, more functional cells. And we all know that sometimes things have to die in order to regenerate something better. And so I'm going to keep in mind that maybe I'm just sensitive enough to feel my old cells dying and my new cells being created, and that takes work, and I'm just sensitive to the work, and I'm okay with that because it's okay that I can tell that my body is creating brand new cells that are healthier than any of the cells I've ever had before, because my brain is healthier than it's ever been before. And so that's the careful mindset. I'm going to take complete care of myself because I am creating a new me, literally by creating new cells. And any discomfort that I feel today is related to that cell regeneration. And it does not define anything about me except that I'm a living, breathing human who has the superpower to feel her cells regenerate. That may be silly to some of you guys, but it makes me feel better already. If you can't tell, my face has probably changed a little bit because that's the power. Because those words have power, you can visually see the power happening, the change happening on my face. So I hope that I'm right when I go back and watch this video. I hope that I'm right. I hope you can see it. Okay. The second thing was, that was the first and second. It was really great to find out that 5 a.m. was still happy. Like, I wake up smiling. I smile as soon as I hear my alarm go off. That might be partly because of, I can't remember who gave this tip, but somebody gave this tip. I don't think it was Mel Robbins. I think maybe it was. That you set your phone to something that you want to wake up to. And so my phone is set to rise up because it brings up good memories of meeting someone who's very important in my life, and one of my mentors. And it is literally a definition of my life. Like, if you broke it up into little stories, all of them end with me rising up. And so I feel like waking up to that is just very empowering, and I'm excited that I can even wake up, which is something that I forgot that used to help me. So I forgot to do it, and now this has reminded me to be happy that I even woke up, because I could have not woken up. And I'm not really afraid of that, but I think it's still a miracle that I did, because millions of people don't wake up in the morning. They pass during the night, or they pass during the night. So if you're feeling down today, just know it's a miracle that you woke up today, and there's a purpose, or you wouldn't be here, and you're important. So okay, that was a bit of a tangent. And then the third thing was very interesting. I actually had time for my carefulness practice. So I did adjust my routine this morning, because I'm not in the business of ignoring the way my body feels and what my body's telling me, because that's really what got me to such a almost catatonic state. Almost catatonic state when I was sick. Like, I couldn't move. It looked like catatonic. So I vowed to pay attention to my body, and then every time I try to ignore it and push through whatever this type of cell growth that is, whichever type of cell regeneration this is. It was very particular about the amount of exertion that I could put on my body. Like, I'll talk more about that later, but I could overexert and be out a guaranteed 24 hours, be completely out of it. So I pay attention, I pay attention, and I take care of myself. So that included today, instead of riding my bike, I did not ride my bike, because using the leg muscles it requires more energy than some of the other muscles. So I did not do that, because I want to save energy for the day and for seeing one of my bestest friends in the whole world tonight. She's coming in to see me. Yay, I'm so excited. And so I didn't do that, but instead I did yoga for colds with Brett Larkin. And I really like her as a yoga instructor. She's gotten better over the years, and this was one of her earlier videos. so it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be, but I did what I could within my limits, and it was still very helpful. Just doing the stretches to open up the passageways and to get, anything that might be blocking my respiratory system moving. And then I did a salt bath instead of a formal meditation. No, actually, I did a formal meditation, on healing. And then I did a salt bath, and that was very, very effective. And then I took a nap. And one of the theories that I'm going to play with today and probably for the next few days is the effect that coffee has on me, because I've consumed a lot of coffee in the past 3 days, and I'm wondering if that has an effect on me that is actually not good. Almost like I can trick my body into being awake and alive, and that has a price and a cost because it's tricking my mind, and my mind's linked to my body, but I almost feel like it makes me release my energy too quickly. And so we're going to see. I'm not going to drink any coffee for the next 3 days, and probably not any caffeine whatsoever unless somebody gives me chocolate. I will take that. Okay, so those are my 3 things. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have 3 things that you want to share. If you do, I encourage you can share them on YouTube, on Instagram, but everybody has 3 things so they can share about their day that might help somebody else. So I encourage you to share, and if you like my videos, you can find me by searching YouTube for ShannonSocialBillionaire, and you can also find me at thegoddessofliving.com. Have a great day.